Week 47 kicked off with church and then lunch at the Block and Bottle. It seems that we weren't feeling very creative because I just got the Monte Cristo and Melissa got the Eggs Benedict. In preparation for the Broncos game against the Chiefs, we needed some extra turnovers, and the more red the better. 2 main ingredients, puff pastry and cherry pie filling. Well, and some egg whites, I guess. Lay the puff pastry out and cut it into some squares, place the squares on a cookie sheet, and then put some cherry pie filling in, fold them over, pinch them closed, put a little egg wash on for good measure, toss them in the oven for a bit, let them cool, and voila! Actual turnovers. On Tuesday, the youth had their annual Friendsgiving celebration, so I made my French silk pie. I was impressed when I was preparing my pie that for the first time in my life, I found a properly wrapped stick of butter, both lines lined up with the edges of the butter. Well, anyway, it was a really fun event, and we had a lot of great food.
I read An Ocean Apart by Jill Tew, and I'm really excited about it. It was one that I loved. The last book I read by her, Our Dividing Sky. So An Ocean Apart was again dystopian, set in a similar world where the companies are the ones that are governing, and a young woman who grows up in Florida in the swamps and how hard it is to make it, and somehow ends up on the cruise ship that one of the company CEOs and her son live on for a bachelor kind of type competition. Even though it had a lot of the same beats as some other books that I've read out there, I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was well done. I felt like the characters were interesting, and I would definitely suggest An Ocean Apart if you're looking for a dystopian YA.
2 weeks ago when I saw Tron Legacy, you remember the really loud one, I caught some trailers for some upcoming movies. Well, on Wednesday, I got the whole family tickets to see the new Now You See Me movie. The whole family, including Aman, Trina's boyfriend. Well, since it was Wednesday, that also meant that Alex fixed us all dinner. But then we headed to the theater and we watched the movie. It was a lot of fun. I think the delay between the movies was a little too long to stay up with the hype, but it was quite a ride just like the other 2 movies were. On Thursday, I went over to my mom's house. The night before, her sister Peggy had come over and they finally finished the puzzle that we'd been working on for the last month. It was really nice to see that it finally got finished. While I was there, I introduced my mom to the Knives Out series by watching the original movie with her. It was funny to get my mom's perspective of the movie because she was an RN and she picked up on some things. Afterward, I headed out to Parker to have coffee with my Thursday night guys group. We hadn't been to Fika in a while, so it was a nice night. On Saturday morning, we were sitting in the music room and Melissa saw some interesting visitors in our neighborhood. A second trailer that I saw a few weeks ago was for Wicked for Good, and so on Saturday we headed back to the theater. The trailer was so stunning in IMAX that we made a special trip to Highlands Ranch. Unfortunately, Alex had to work, but Aman joined us again for the show. Then on Saturday night, Melissa and I headed to my cousin Tiffany's house for the annual Castle Rock Starlighting event.